This luxury community is going to be very different than any other luxury community in the San Antonio area because, one, it does have a 24-hour guarded gate in the front, which this little town called Garden Ridge, Texas, within 15 minutes just outside of San Antonio, doesn't have a lot of new developments like this, so this one is special. You got the metal roof in the front, very stone, beautiful aesthetic fronts, 3-car garages, and this community really stands out because it's going in different phases and different builders, from production builders all the way to semi-custom to very custom. And Garden Ridge is known for having this hill country aesthetics all around. In the Garden Ridge area, you have minimum of half-acre lots, which is going to be very different than the city of San Antonio. There is very little development because the residents don't really want to see that. So we're going to walk through the home and see this front ensuite, and it has a closet right there. And this is going to be the Drees floor plan, and it's going to have this dining room in the front. And it, of course, the model home always looks spectacular and always has a very, very good presence. And walking through this home, it's been very, very updated. And you have this office, beautiful aesthetics. There was a custom woodmaker that made that office area to show. You have porcelain floors, which honestly I'm not really a fan of. You have the electric, but it does give off heat fireplace. The bay windows in the front, the sliding door, also the side door. Kitchen looks really nice. And then this bar area has bar height with an ice maker. And howdy, we're going to go into the primary, which has the vaulted raised tray ceilings and bay windows in the front. You have this wainscoting in there. You have the double doors that go into the vanity, which honestly is not my favorite because a single door or pocket door would be more practical in my opinion. And you have very beautiful countertops. Howdy. And you have this tub in the middle, which I'm not really a fan of, but there's different floor plans that are available. And the tile, I think, should have gone all the way up. Now, I do like that it has the separate vanities for 2 people. And obviously, the fixtures are really nice. A ton of natural light. Doesn't go all the way up. But this walk-through shower is actually really tight. So it's only about a 3 feet clearance, which there's other floor plans that have a much wider. I'm a fan of more wider entrance, just so you're not feeling like you're crammed or elbowing the closet. So it does have 2 separate walk-in closets with a lot of space. Now, this could add some cabinetry in it or some shelves, I think would be beneficial instead of just racks. But I mean, for the price, it's really good. You have lighting on the cabinets and a ton of space to be able to walk around. The toilet is in the closet. Howdy again. And then when we go back out to the main living areas, you'll see a lot of different features. And I think this floor plan, the Vermentino one, does have a lot of really nice features in it. And I think it's very practical for families. So this is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 4,600 square feet. And this outdoor escape area is just incredible with the outdoor kitchen, which we're going to see a little bit later in the video. So when we go through this side of the house, we're going to see this bar area with the added cabinetry. Then we have the ice maker. We have a little beverage fridge there. And I just think it's really practical, whether you're a drinker or not. I think it's cool to put like birthday presents there or, you know, just a tray of assortments when guests come over. I do think that's a nice feature right off of the movie room. These walls, the way they're set up, it's obviously super, super model home vibes, but I think it's very practical to have the movie room right off there. And then obviously massive ceilings. I do love that they painted the top of it. So if you're building this, I would highly recommend that. The floor to wall, ceiling cabinetry is definitely a must. Most of that's in this kitchen is upgraded, and you know, obviously the hood vents there, and then the trim on top of the cabinetry. The gas stove, the gas range is included, which is nice, and it does have a griddle there. The pot filler is a really nice feature to add. And then the massive center island. I mean, this is really where families will come together. I do like the gold fixtures that give it a real pop. The countertop color would probably change, but it has a nice little breakfast area. You can actually expand. There is floor plans that have the expandable dining room areas. So this is a really cool wing of the house because it has this living room slash game room slash entertainment room, and it has a half bath that I'm going to show you in a second, where guests can stay, or if there is 2 bedrooms off this that I'll show you. And it has almost like a his and her or a 2-person separate room en suites with its own bathroom, its own closet. And I think it's like the perfect amount of square footage that you can utilize in that space. So you have your single vanity, you have the tile that goes all the way up. The fixtures are really nice the way they have it set up here. And then plenty of space for your other belongings, and if you want seating there, I think it's really well used. And then this bedroom has a little bit different setup with the closet in the entrance, the bedroom, and then the full bath on the other side. And having your own ensuite in every room is an incredible floor plan, whether it's this one or a different home. It really does just add to the privacy. It adds to the resale, and I think it does really well in this community because it's very common to see that. And if it doesn't have that, that's definitely something to watch out for. So as we go back out to the living areas, we're going to go towards the other side of the home. And something to note about Garden Ridge. So Garden Ridge actually used to be part of the city of San Antonio. Then they annexed themselves out, and they basically said, I don't want to be part of your city antics. So I think that's really cool. Garden Ridge has a very naturally home vibe. It's actually their tagline in the town. And not a lot of new construction. So this was a very big development news. I actually love these seating areas here in the chair. And then actually the fridge can be the flat Jenn-Air fridge, or you can have the KitchenAid. So the pantry there, plenty of space. You have the garage entrance. You have the mud little cutouts there, and then the laundry room with the cabinetry on top, and the backsplash, which is a really nice feature. And not everybody really wants a souped up laundry room, but I think it's very practical, especially if you have kids, and it's right off of the garage. I think is very, very useful. So as we go back into the backyard, now you're going to see what I'm talking about with living in the hill country in Garden Ridge or any of these other towns around San Antonio. You're going to see this natural oak trees and a lot of shade. I mean, there's deer everywhere, wildlife, and I just think it is very calming in here in the hill country. I'm not a gas grill person. I'm definitely much more of a Traeger smoker type. But, I mean, this is your home, so whatever you decide. And you have this beautiful landscape area that can be added a pool. You can add some more nature life. And then the only thing is, back here, sometimes you really got to watch out for because there could be other developments. It could be, your neighbor saying hi to you. So always watch out for the privacy there. This sliding glass doors is very practical. The other thing I recommend is having the glass screen to come down because that is extremely valuable in any of these homes. So this is one of the more popular floor plans. There's the Vermentino 1. There's also a Vermentino 2. And the clients that I've helped move out here really love the Vermentino 2 because the primary shower is a little larger and you definitely have more space. If you're interested in touring homes like this, shoot me a message and we can schedule and have our goal setting to make sure that what you're buying is actually what you want. Sometimes you'll walk through these model homes and it'll just be the most perfect home. But the reality is the home that you're getting is likely not going to look like the model. So we're going to make sure that all of your expectations are met and then beyond. Shoot me a message.